Hey everybody, Chris here. Welcome on a Wednesday. Look at the chart today. I told you guys this was coming. Oh, some of you who had no faith, but here we go. And we are just getting started. That's right. We're just getting started, guys. This is going to be awesome. It's what we're waiting for. And we got the pump going. Chris Pax is live. Yeah, I made this video earlier today thinking, nothing going on really with Doge, so I'll cover that meme coin thing that I was planning on. And everyone's like, there's a Dogecoin pump. What are you making this other video for? And I was just like, I kind of missed it. Because as soon as I put it out, boom, Dogecoin takes off. That happens. But here we are now to talk about it. And it's going higher. That's right. It's still going higher. So not only is it outperforming Bitcoin today, it's outperforming ETH, and ETH is having its own big pump today. Bunch this morning, and then still even higher, Cardano going on a pump today. But Doge outperforming. Now, yeah, there's a few others like this crazy VThor token, if you want to call that. That's just craziness. That's taken off. But Doge doing well. So again, we're just getting started. We also have on this Valentine's Day, yes, happy Valentine's Day, everybody. We also have the 14th anniversary of the Doge meme. That's right, the Doge, the pictures of the Doge. That the Doge meme was based on, was posted today, 14 years ago. So we have that to celebrate, talk a little bit about that. Yeah, we'll cover a little bit of Bitcoin, some Gary Gensler stuff, and a few other little things. So always have stuff in store. So let me drop down here into the corner, and we have Doge 867, trying to get up to 8.7. We're just closely there. But what does this mean? What does this look like? And I go out to the daily, and I actually changed a couple colors here but I still have the lines of this descending wedge. This is on the daily, this descending wedge that we've had, and we were waiting for a breakout. And what does that green candle look like right there? That's the breakout. So what did I say? Well, in my video this morning, but also yesterday, that a dip below 8 cents, that was probably the last time you could buy Dogecoin in the sevens. 798, right? Was that last dip that we had. And now we're breaking out. Big solid green candle breakout. Can we get to 9 cents and come over where we were back on 20th? That's right, the 20th of January and the 21st. We just hit 9 cents, but couldn't keep it. Doge traded back down. So now with Doge trading up, is it going to be able to hold? That's what we'll be looking for. And that's what we'll be watching the rest of the week, whether Dogecoin can hold up in the upper 8s and maybe get to 9 cents now. Again, just starting. Bitcoin has been on its own crazy run. Just as we were talking about, this was this inverse head and shoulders, and then the crazy run, and it's just continuing for Bitcoin. And as we said, Dogecoin always lags behind Bitcoin. Bitcoin goes on runs. Dogecoin eventually does its own thing. And today is just the start. It's just the start of the move for Doge, because Bitcoin, I mean, look at this. This is a daily chart. This was when Bitcoin was just down here at 42K. Just a little over a week ago, 42K. And today it touched 52. Just that move by Bitcoin. That is big institutions buying Bitcoin. MicroStrategy, BlackRock, Fidelity, ARK Invest buying Bitcoin. So that has been moving the market, but you look at that chart and you say, well, what was Doge doing the last week? Well, Doge was just kind of hanging out. And we were all wondering, when is Doge finally going to move? Because we were like, Bitcoin's going, all these other coins are going, and not Doge. But I was telling you, again, Doge goes when it wants to go, and today it decided. So that's what we've got on the big scale for Doge. And then zoom back in again. We were just right down here again at 815, and that's where Doge was just kind of trading, and that was acting as resistance. Finally, after midnight, it was at 1:30 in the morning, traded over, came back, retested it, came up above our descending wedge line, which is the yellow line. Look at that. Came up, came back and retested it 4 times, including like 10:15 this morning, retested that descending wedge line, that yellow line, before taking off. So kind of interesting trading that Doge went on today. Dogecoin up more than 5% in 24 hours. 5%. 5%'s nothing. And it's already been 7% that we've seen. But just getting started. Again, we had this, actually a shrinkage in the Bollinger Bands. I didn't have that on, but they were showing the Bollinger Bands and volatility here in this article, showing that Dogecoin was just primed for taking off. Very similar to my descending wedge that I had on my charts. Just, it was all pointing to a positive move up for Dogecoin. And Dogecoin's path forward. Can the new tech roadmap, and that is the thing we were talking about last week with the Dogecoin Foundation, with LeapDoge, and how that is going to get incorporated. More news on that here. All good news for Doge. So could we see Doge go up to 15 cents? Why not? Why not? So Dogecoin, largest meme coin, covered that in my video earlier today, talked about memes, meme coins, meme tokens, craziness with the memes, and a few warnings on a couple of them, but most of them are all looking like meme coin season is going to happen. And we're going to see big runs, not only in Doge, but in Sheeb, Pepe, Bonk, and some new ones as well. That's just going to happen. But really, it's this we're talking about with Dogecoin. Dogecoin's future could rely on its ability to transition from a meme coin to a project with its own utility right there. So Doge is not just a meme, but also has utility, and its tech roadmap holds the key. And this is what the Dogecoin Foundation has been working on. Dogecoin intends to venture into online payments with the expansion of their Giga Wallet. The Giga Wallet will be partnered with Doge for retailers who want to incorporate Dogecoin into their payment options directly. There's integrations with WooCommerce exist. A lot of other cryptos can integrate with WooCommerce as well. If you're doing, you have a website and you're doing online sales, you can do that. Turnkey plugins. But this is the big one. Integration with Shopify, the global e-commerce platform with 5 million online stores, is due later this year. This is a direct integration with Shopify. Huge, huge, which then eventually rolls around to X and X payments with online shopping directly on the X app with Dogecoin. It all makes a big circle and comes back around for what's going to be happening. What is going to be coming with Dogecoin? I don't know why more people aren't talking about this. I read this and I was like, holy crap, that's Shopify. That's a platform with over 5 million online stores. That's the potential that's there for Doge, much less the 550 million users on X that Elon has that would then also be exposed to Dogecoin. This is what is starting to build up. And maybe just today with this trading here, it's like, okay, Bitcoin's going on its run, cryptocurrency, bull market, let's go Doge. So that is the big picture that I'm looking at. We'll get into some more articles and details here. Let me check what's going on in the chat, though, because it's a good day. We don't have a lot of great days like today. So we enjoy them when we can. And today is that day. So let me see what's going on here. Ron, how you doing? Let's get it on. Flying Tiger. Love all of the emojis. CDM, good pump today. Chenla, to the moon. Matt Bonici, hello. Jason, made it home just in time. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Yep, you're in the right place. Perculum, hello, hello, welcome. Ryan says it is Kriss time. Silly, that's the silly dragon meme I think you're talking about. I don't know about that one. I saw something about it and I'm like, yeah, I'm not touching that. I have no idea what that is. I do not own any GME. I think you're talking about the cryptocurrency, right? And not the stock. No, not touching it. Don't trust it. So nope. Adam, Doge on the way to the moon. That was in my intro video. If you guys missed it, that's the fun one with the big blue moon. Doge going to the moon. because we can only do it in animation right now because the real Dogecoin, unfortunately, is not going to the moon yet. So for those thinking there was some Doge 1 rocket ship taken off today, no. There's an Intuitive Machines lunar lander that's going to take off in a SpaceX rocket, but there's no Doge satellite. It's not the Doge 1 mission. I still see people posting on X, Doge 1 today, right? It's like, no, not today. But that's why you come here, to get the news. So welcome, everybody. Glad you made it. Hit the likes, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And also, when you subscribe, you might want to consider joining the Kriss Pax channel. You join the channel, you get your name in green in the chat, you get a check mark next to your name, and you get to use these other fun emojis. And to top it all off, you will get from me Dogecoin. That's right. I'm giving away Dogecoin from the Kriss Pax portfolio that's now up over 51% based on this nice big run today. 75,000 Dogecoin right there. I am giving away when we hit the top of the bull market. Because I've got all these other coins in here, most of which are doing very well. Got some Bitcoin here. I mean, look at the Bitcoin. We're up 91% on our Bitcoin. Look at the render. Render's now $5. We bought render at $1.45. I've got some render also in my own portfolio, but I didn't catch it at $1.45. I got it at like $2, but still to $5 now, and render's going to keep going. I thank Toss again for suggesting that, because we were buying all of these other coins over the summer based on your suggestions. A few of them were mine. Of course, I said, well, I should probably buy some XRP because they had just won this court case, and it was all excitement about XRP. So I bought the XRP, and it's down. It's in the red. It's just like, so stupid Kriss, right? I don't have any XRP in my own portfolio. I just thought it would be fun to put some in here. Luckily, we didn't put too much, but it's still down. And it's like, it's stupid Litecoin. We're still down on that. But overall, up 51%. We're just getting started. So this is $5,000 in profit already. And we're still early. We haven't even gotten to the summer. We haven't gotten into the Doge integration yet. This is just going to keep going. That's what we're going to see. So, yep. Lord Drip says we're in for a wild ride. Let's go, Doge community. Damari, pump it up. We're on the shorters. Yeah. Shorters getting burnt. Matt thinks that the Bitcoin could reach its all-time high before the halving. Doge will finally start its parabolic run, LFG. I don't know if Bitcoin can get up to 69K before April. I'll show you a little article there that might put a little negativity into it, but we'll see. Yep, Doge doing better than BTC and ETH. Covered that right at the beginning, but yes, that is true. Ezekiel from the future. Doge, 93 cents. Is that all in 2025? We can do better. We can do better. Hey, Nate, how you doing? Any correlation between the Dow dropping and crypto rising? No, there's no. The correlation with the stock market is totally wonky now with crypto. Bitcoin is doing its own thing because of the buying of those ETFs. It's just going. So in my opinion, Nate, the stock market is just going to do what it's going to do. Crypto's on its own. If there's some big economic event that once all of this big ETF accumulation slows down, then if the stock market goes on a big dump for something, cryptos would probably go down. So there'd be some correlation like that, but not like an inverse correlation like you're suggesting. I don't see that. Ali's always saying something. I don't know. Sometimes I see Ali's charts and his rationale about things, and sometimes he's spot on, but this time he was talking about sort of a decrease in whale activity and on-chain metrics. And then I just look at the pump and I'm just like, yeah, yes, Dogecoin what had low volume, yes, and that does happen. I mean, this low volume that we saw, overnight was pretty low, but the price was going up on that low volume even. So yeah, I don't think Ali was quite on the mark there with that tweet. Bum, 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 bum. The Mayorkas impeachment set crypto to the green. I hope they get that border wall thing figured out. That's for sure. Hello, Hiram. How are you? AWOL, if they can make it like Amazon. If Shopify has Doge integrated into it, that would be huge. Yeah, Denise asking about the Kriss Pax portfolio. Yes, and we just looked at it. So we are up. So we're up $5,000, over $5,000, over 50% now. Just getting started. Just getting started. Because the whole bull market is really just getting started. I say we're still early. We're still early. Charles says, I have 7,000 on Avalanche, but should I put it all on Bitcoin? Well, what's wrong with Avalanche? Avalanche is doing great. Avalanche is now up to $42. It's going on its own run. One thing you can always consider, I get this asked all the time of me, and I can't tell you what to do, but one thing you might consider, and I say this all the time, is like, instead of selling all of one thing and putting it into something else, maybe just take half or some percentage. If you want to have Bitcoin and all you have is Avalanche, but you bought Avalanche, right, for a reason. Avalanche has been doing very well. Avalanche has a great future, particularly with all the games, the gaming integration. So maybe half. And then you can buy some Bitcoin, hopefully catch it on a dip. And then you've got both. So something to consider. Yeah, as Flying Tiger says, diversify. Yes, it begins your diversification, of which I do too. I am not 100% in Doge. And somebody asked if I still continue to buy Doge. I do. 7.9 was my last little bit of Doge that I got last week. So yes, always Doge time, right? Ryan says, would have thought Doge was going to drop today, since so many people thought that Doge won and then realized it wasn't. That was just kind of a nothing thing. Because it didn't go off, you're not going to have huge selling. I think enough of the people that really know Dogecoin knew what was going on with Doge One. So yeah. Phantom. The Hesta power is into Phantom. Well, okay. Yeah, good luck. Yeah, we talked about XRP. Jason's got 989,000. 11 to go. You're so close, Jason. Hey, KP, how are you? Will Doge dip? Yes, Doge will dip. I don't think this is the type of pump that we have where Doge is just going to keep running. So yes, I do believe that there will be a dip along the way. How far down? Hopefully no lower than 8.5 cents. It looks like we dipped to about 8.45 right here earlier this afternoon before turning around and coming back up. So I would say in the short term, that's probably a good spot to target again. Because Doge went on this big run up, and then there was some profit taking. That happens when Doge goes on a big run. Get some profit taking. Doge drops down, but at what point does the trading turn around and go back up? That's the point to look at for short term. So that'd be about 8.45 is where that is. So I'd be looking at that. If you're looking to buy on a dip, could it go lower? It could. I mean, we'll see what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin takes a big breather, but right now Bitcoin has gotten up, touched 52. Since then, some profit taking has happened, and it's now going sideways. Bitcoin isn't dropping, at least not yet. So I don't envision Doge doing a big drop. Doge could have a dip though, because Doge, especially on if Bitcoin starts sort of fading down, Doge usually trades a little bit further down. So we'll watch that. And Northwood says, yes, when in doubt, zoom out. And yes, and if we zoom out and we go to the weekly, it's like we're still way down here. I mean, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about this little green candle. There's a long way to go for this, which is why I say we're just getting started. So, yeah. When in doubt, zoom out. Exactly. I mean, look at Bitcoin on the weekly. Bitcoin's way up here on the weekly. That's what Bitcoin has been doing this year. Well, Doge is still down here, just getting started. That's the biggest thing to look at between the two, is that. So, GVC likes Beam and Crow. Beam is doing great. Crow is it's an exchange token. I mean, I own some because I did some trading on crypto.com. And it'll probably do well. I stake it. I earn a little more Crow. I do all of that just for the fun of it. I think Crow, their use of the Crow token doesn't really go much beyond that. And the crypto.com trading platform is the absolute worst. You go on there and you try and buy something and you see what the price is like on Binance or Coinbase, and you pay like 10% more on crypto.com for the same thing. It's terrible, terrible exchange. But I digress. We all hear new Doge one, was it today? Right. That's true. Hey, Tim, I love Doge, but if I'm being honest, I'll just be happy to see us get back to the previous all-time high. And there's going to be a lot of selling. There would be a lot of Dogecoin selling up in the 70-cent range. That is one of those real heavy resistance lines we'll see, just like 35 cents, 70 to 75 cents, and then like 95 cents getting up near $1. Those are huge sort of profit-taking targets there for Doge. Hopefully the buying momentum, though, of new people coming in and buying all this Dogecoin, just like what we're seeing with Bitcoin and the ETFs, but with all the excitement about Doge, you're going to have all this Dogecoin buying. That can overcome the selling and the profit-taking that you're going to see. That's the big challenge for Doge when it eventually does go on its historic run. So, yeah. Dark George Lopez, where do you see Doge by the time BTC is back at its all-time high without X payment news? I don't see Doge or Bitcoin hitting all-time highs probably until the fall. That's my guess on Bitcoin. By then, we'll probably already know about Dogecoin and X payments. That's my guess on Bitcoin, but I could be totally wrong just because I didn't think Bitcoin would be over 50K before the halving. So most people's predictions of Bitcoin are a little bit low. Longer term, there's like 200,000, 500,000, even $1 million Bitcoin that everyone's kind of thinking now we could be seeing in the coming years. Yeah. Doge is going to be much more volatile though. So not ready to make those Doge predictions yet. Not ready. We got to take things one step at a time here. So was sad to see Doge drop out of the top 10. Yeah, well, not anymore. Chainlink came into the top 10 and then Doge just blew its doors off today. So Doge is now at 12.3 billion. Chainlink is 11.9. So big move by Doge today. Back in the top 10. No, you don't, Chainlink. No, you don't. Of course, Avalanche just up in number 9. So whoever it was that had that AVAX, that was a good place to be. AVAX has done very well. Now the number 9 cryptocurrency. Let's go, Doge. We need that big pump. I would have a hard time believing Doge could actually hit its previous all-time high without X payments. I mean, Shopify integration could do it on its own if it's really, truly integrated. That would be awesome. That could do it, something like that, outside of Elon Musk. But I still think it's going to be the Elon X payments thing that's going to cause that to happen. So where do you see Doge consolidating after breaking 9? Wow, let's take a look. Boom, 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 boom. That 4-hour chart looks great, doesn't it? Let's go back to the daily then. Let's look back here because we came up to, this was in December, early December, when Doge traded up. And that was from like 7.5 cents, and it topped out at about 10.5 cents. So yeah, I had this next line at 10, and you're right, Fausto. I should just bring this up because this is really a 10.5 cent thing. That would be your next target. That's where Dogecoin last traded here back in December, and where it topped out. So once we get over 9, which is a shorter term, right? That was January 20th, 21st. Then we're talking 10.5 would be the next resistance here that we would see. Let's do it. Let's do it. Wake up tomorrow, Doge 10 cents. I would love that, Jason. I'd love it. Love it, love it, love it. Bum, bum, bum. GVC feels like Elon has abandoned the Doge, and I don't think so. I think he's still giving out little hints. He's just not in a position to just throw it out there. It's going to come. That's what I think. I think it's going to come. And when Elon decides it's time, it'll be time. That's what I think. Leo, welcome. Leo is now a member of the channel and will be enjoying the spoils of the Kriss DCA portfolio and will be receiving some of the 75,000 Dogecoin that I'll be giving out. Very nice. Welcome, Leo. And now you can use all those fun little emojis too. Flying Tiger wants to see the whole chart. Zoom out. So we go to the weekly and we zoom out and we see the whole chart. I'll only go back to like 2019, okay? You don't need to go further back than that because on this chart, it just flattens out. But here, 2021, January, Dogecoin traded up to 8 cents, then came back down here to like upper threes, 4 cents in like March 2021, and then went on the crazy run April into early May, up to 74 cents. When Dogecoin traded back down in May and June, it was getting shorted. That was when there was that whole Chinese mining thing. The Chinese were clamping down on Bitcoin mining, and then Elon stopped accepting payment for cars, for Tesla cars using Bitcoin. And that slammed Bitcoin because Bitcoin was on its way. Bitcoin was already trading at 60K and it was going to keep going higher. In fact, you can see it on the Bitcoin chart here. This is where Bitcoin was at the time. It was trading up here at 60K. But then because of the Chinese mining and the Elon Tesla thing, Bitcoin dropped all the way down to 38K, from 60 to 38 because of that. And that just put a big damper on the whole bull run that Bitcoin was going on, and which brought down the whole crypto market. That happened in May into June of 2021. Bitcoin turned around and went back up. When Doge went back up, it came up and it hit 35 cents, which is why that yellow line is a big resistance line that I look at, because that is where Dogecoin topped out here in August of 2021 before fading back down. So that's the big picture of Doge. And we're just way down here. We're just little, got a long ways to go. Looks like Doge is retracing a bit here in the short term, slowing down a little. Bitcoin still going sideways, ETH coming back down a little. So yeah, we could see a little bit of that. Higher lows, Flying Tiger, higher lows. People are stressing of Doge not going up. Been with Doge for almost 5 years. Yeah, Rodrigo, you know then. Doge can be like the most boring thing, can be frustrating. But as Jason said, you can just wake up one morning and boom, it's up. That's how Doge trades. So if you sell your Doge, you could miss out. Again, not financial advice from me. I'm not selling. I'm not selling now. Talk to me a year from now. Then I might be taking some profits, but not now. Not now. Kyle says, just jumped on, kind of upsetting how Bitcoin goes up double in the last 6 months. Doge is up 2 cents. Yep, that's right. And that's because there is this specific thing about Bitcoin and these ETFs where they're specifically Bitcoin buying. BlackRock, Fidelity, ARK, just buying Bitcoin. So the Bitcoin dominance goes up. It's Bitcoin. Doge catches up. Doge goes on its own runs. We saw that in 2021 with that huge run. That's what the potential is for Doge to do again, is that. Hello, Hobo. How are you? Bum, bum, bum. Johnny Rock from Central Virginia, welcome. Good to see you. Bud Do, is it a good day to buy a little Doge? Someone was asking about a dip. If we get back down to 8.5 cents, just below that, you'll buy little bits on the dip, DCA. That's the way to buy Doge. I mean, Doge could just turn around and keep going up though, too. You don't know. So you've got to like weigh that. Like, do I want to like just nibble a little bit here? Or wait and see if it goes lower, but we don't know. We don't know. No. Litecoin will not be a payment on X. Elon Musk has never talked about Litecoin. Now, if they decide that they're going to do something like BitPay and have you be able to use any number of a wide number of cryptocurrencies, then I could see a Litecoin being accepted. I don't think Elon's going to do that. He's not going to want a BitPay, or a Flexa or one of these, third-party integrators coming into his business. He's already shown with Tesla, with the Boring Company, and with SpaceX that he can take direct payments in cryptocurrency and not have to use some third-party integration. And the only cryptocurrencies that Elon has ever accepted in any of his companies is Bitcoin and Dogecoin. That's it. So no, I don't think there's going to be any Litecoin on X. George, do you think a recession could occur? Could, but crypto won't care. Crypto will not care. There might be a little downturn in the stock market, but no, a recession is not going to stop this crypto bull run. I don't think so. I think we need to hear something solid in reference from Musk. That would help, but he's not ready yet. He's working on his money transmitter licenses across the United States. He said he won't do X payments on X until he has all of those in place. He wants the entire United States to be able to use X payments before he rolls it out. I mean, that would suck if you say, well, everybody can use it except if you're living in New York, right? That's not going to work. That's my opinion. Yeah, with Doge Designer, that's CB Doge. Elon follows CB Doge, replies to a lot of CB Doge's tweets, posts, or whatever, but doesn't, the Doge specific ones, he has not really been responding to. So when he does, then you'll know. Yeah, then you'll know. So we talked about today being the 14th anniversary of the genesis of Kabusu. And who is Kabusu? Well, Kabusu is, if you go to Know Your Meme, Kabusu is the Doge. The Doge, the picture that the Doge meme was based on, sitting on the couch, that picture right there, along with a number of others, were all posted on this day 14 years ago. And then became this huge meme in between 2010 and 2013. There's all the memes on Reddit about this dog, right? And all the Comic Sans font, like things the dog could be thinking about anything that Jackson Palmer loved and thought, hey, wouldn't it be funny if you created Dogecoin based on the meme? That's where it started. So little history there, kind of funny. Doge price prediction, bullish signs, and market enthusiasm. That's what we have right now. At the time of this writing, the current price was 8321. Like me making my video earlier today at 8321 before Doge decided to go crazy and come up to 86. Looks like we hit 8698 was the high. Here is what we had. But the bulls have secured 8-cent support. Can Doge trigger a 30% rally? Captain Fibic has this big symmetrical triangle, which isn't too different than my descending wedge that I had. I just thought the bottom wedge was more appropriate for the way Doge was trading, with little dips just right below. Well, it used to be 7.5 cents, and then it moved up to 8 cents. And so that's why I had this descending wedge with the bottom line right there. The bottom line ended up being what, 777, right? And that's where Mars, I think, was buying some of his Dogecoin, was right in there, 777. And then we saw these 3 dips down to 7.5 cents. So that's where the bottom of this straight line came from for my wedge. I thought that was a more important line than this odd sort of triangular upward line there, upward support line. That really didn't do it for me. It was more the way Doge was trading that needed to be a straight line. So that's where I came up with the wedge, which, of course, you guys, you've been watching me for a while. I've been showing that wedge now probably, well, over a month and a half that I saw this forming. And now we're breaking out of it right here. So we will see if that breakout can continue up to 9 cents and then higher. That's what happened back here on 20th of January. That breakout came up over 9 cents. So that's what I'm targeting right now in the short term. 9-cent Doge. Let's go. Let's go. Or Drip says, the Bitcoin halving comes, is there a delaying of the price increase? I'll show you something on that in just a minute. I've got an article on that. Doge 1, when, you ask? We don't know. We don't know when the Doge 1 mission is actually going to happen. The SpaceX Falcon rocket that's about to take off is the IM-1 mission now, and is just doing the lunar lander without the Doge 1 satellite. So as I've been saying, what I want to see is that be a completely successful mission with the IM-1 lander going to the moon, landing on the moon, NASA being able to do all of their research things, right? Collect all their data, do all of that. So that Intuitive Machines, the IM, can make an IM-2. Make an IM-2, a second lunar lander. And then hopefully this UK exobotics company that's making the satellite through Geometric Energy, that's sponsoring the whole thing, putting the whole thing together for Doge 1, that they then have it ready to go. We don't know when that could be. In the coming months, we'll see. Geometric paid more Dogecoin to SpaceX in order to reschedule that satellite. So they're not giving up on it. They're not giving up on it. So it'll happen. We just don't know when. Yeah, we don't want to see these red candles. Come on, turn back around, Doge. So what else happened today? There was this CNBC roundtable with our favorite SEC chair, Mr. Gary Gensler, and this guy, Joe Kernan. This guy, Joe Kernan, he has been orange pilled completely with Bitcoin. And just about every word Gary Gensler said, which was negative against Bitcoin, Joe there just turned and pounced on him, just pounced on him. So if you want to hear this video, go to CNBC television on YouTube and just look at SEC Chair Gensler there. And it's only about 8 minutes long. I'm not going to play it here, but you should listen to it. It's just kind of funny. And Gary's just going on and on and on about how cryptocurrency is used by smugglers and people breaking the law. And Joe says, "Oh, how about the United States dollar?" Right? all of that. It was just kind of funny. But Gary's just stuck on his own, just the same things he's talking. Just because these Bitcoin spot ETFs are trading and got the SEC approval still doesn't mean Gary approves. He says the courts pretty much made him make the decision he made by allowing them. And then the question came up about Ethereum ETFs, and he wouldn't answer. He just said, yeah, our committee, the 5 of us, will talk about that separately. And that's all he said. So, but just kind of interesting that that's still going on. A bit of negative news. Genesis. Now, I think it's funny because it's Barry Silbert, who was the one who was shorting Dogecoin back in 2021. Well, he's the CEO of Genesis, and they're going to be selling $1.6 billion of Bitcoin. $1.6 billion. They needed to get the court permission to do it because they're in bankruptcy. Poor Barry. Barry's doing very well financially. I'm sure he's fine, but Genesis was his baby. And because of the whole mismanagement fallout from FTX and, and all of that, a little over a year ago, they got caught up in it. And it's like, too bad, Barry. Too bad. But we're going to be having some big selling of Bitcoin here is going to be coming up. So this is the kind of dip we could be seeing. So just a little warning there on that. For Bitcoin, looking at some Bitcoin projections, Bitcoin could hit maybe up to 60K before the halving. But what's going to happen after the halving? And this is what I've been talking about. If you guys have been listening to me, the halving is going to happen sometime around the middle of April. And so this is, who is this who's saying this? Oh, Kevin Svensson. So he's pretty big on X. I follow him on X. I don't watch his YouTube videos. But so this is him predicting Bitcoin going up to 60K by the halving. But this is what he says. After the halving, this is this line right here. After the halving, there's a possibility we get a dip to retest support before actually testing new all-time highs. Going into the halving, there's going to be a lot of anticipation for positive fundamental events, likely going to lead to a lot of optimism, positive sentiment, bullish speculation. Depending on what the stock market is doing, when we get to these price levels, there is a possibility for post-halving dip that could go down to 44K. I don't know if there's going to be a sell-off down to 44K. I don't think it's going to be. If they're at 60, maybe it'll go down to 50, but probably not 44. But there's going to be a dip in the crypto market, I think, late April, early May. And I've been saying that for months. If you guys have been listening to me, that's going to be the next kind of dip opportunity, I think. Now, this Genesis sell-off of $1.6 billion, that could be big. We don't know when this is actually going to happen, but they needed to get court permission to do it, and they now have that. So we don't know when that's going to happen. But we know when the halving is going to be, and we know what some of the challenges are with the halving. First, there's the buy the rumor, sell the news kind of thing. Well, buy the news of the halving. It's going to be exciting. Everyone's going to be buying Bitcoin right up to the halving, and maybe it does go up to 60K. But then after that, it's going to dip down. Mr. Tom Crown in the house. Welcome, Tom. The best subscriber to live viewer ratio on crypto YouTube. Thank you. Yeah. You know, I'm just hanging out in my little corner of YouTube here, just talking Dogecoin mostly. The subscriber count will go up when Dogecoin becomes huge again. That's going to happen. I just have too much fun with Doge, Tom. That's just what I do. I talk about other things here. I'm talking about Bitcoin halving, doing my little thing, but that's mainly just because it's going to affect the price of Doge and other things we talk about. So, but thanks for stopping in. We're having fun here, talking about Doge's nice run today. Has outperformed Bitcoin today, and Ethereum, and Algorand, and Solana, and Cardano, and Sheeb, and Harmony. It's like all of these except for VeThor token. Did you see that, Tom? You see the VeThor token? Woo! And you know what's going to happen with this VeThor token? You're going to see all these red candles tonight, and it's going to come all the way back down because that's how VeThor token trades. It is one of the biggest swing trading things there is in crypto. It does it again and again and again. And this is a big one. And I'm telling you right now, it's going to go. It's now about to hit 004. It's going to come all the way down to 003 probably. Because that's what happens with VeThor token. It's just, I've got a bunch of VeThor tokens because I get them from staking VeChain. So I've got a bunch of VeChain staked and I get VeThor tokens. And the volatility on this VeThor token thing is crazy, but it gets manipulated by the whales that own billions of VeThor tokens. And we see that happening right now. And it's going to come crashing all the way back down. It happens all the time. So there's my little tidbit on something non-Doge, is VeThor token, because it'll happen. Doge turning back around. Doge usually does a big retrace when there's big pumps in Doge as well. We see that many times, but today it only went down here to 844, 845. Right there is the short-term turnaround in the price of Doge. So if we see a dip later, that's the line we'll be looking at first and see what happens with Doge. Yeah, I'm used to it, Jason. But, you know, I don't mind educating. We saw it back in 2021. So many new people buying crypto, and the first crypto they were buying was Dogecoin. And then they'd go on YouTube and type in Dogecoin, right? And see who's doing Dogecoin stuff. And I popped up, right? And so, yeah, a lot of newbies. That's okay. It's all good. It's all good. Cardano, El Compa. So here's my take on Cardano. Cardano typically follows Solana, and it is delayed in its Solana-Cardano trading pair. And that's what we've seen over the past few years. Solana went on a crazy run at the end of 2023. I mean, it did a 5x. from $20 to $100. And Cardano only did a 2x from 24 cents like to 48 cents or 25 cents to 50 cents. But now, yeah, Cardano is trading higher than Solana today. On the long term, we're waiting for, $2 Cardano. And $2 Cardano is not out of the question because that's not even anywhere near its all-time high. $2 is there. That red line is $2. Cardano was trading all the way up to $3. I'm not expecting $3 Cardano this time around. But $2 Cardano, that is definitely in the cards, this bull run. So from, let's say, 50 cents now to $2, that's a 4x from here. That's pretty reasonable for Cardano. So that would be my price target there. In a year, we'll see Cardano at $2. So we'll see. That won't outperform Doge, though. 4x for Doge. Well, 4x gets it to 35 cents, right? That's just my first target for Doge. Again, it's only half of its all-time high. Doge can move much more than that. SP Narwhal, how you doing? If and when X adopts Doge, I wonder if it will escalate to more acceptance across the internet. Earlier adopters benefit from the attention and attraction from Doge holders. Well, across the internet, so we talked earlier about, in this article, let me go back to it because this was interesting. Doge is already has, with the expansion of the Doge Giga Wallet, there are integrations with WooCommerce. So today, you can, if you have a website and you're selling something through your website, you can integrate WooCommerce and have Dogecoin as a payment option. You can do that today. There's just not a lot of people doing it, but you can do that today. Because the WooCommerce plugin would then have this other plugin integration for Doge payments. So any merchant who's using WooCommerce can accept Dogecoin. If Dogecoin is being used on X, if Dogecoin is being used on Shopify, and it's as popular as I think it's going to be, then yeah, you're going to see more and more adoption across the internet. I mean, you're already able to do it. It's just not a lot of people think about it or even know that it's possible or know what kind of traffic they're going to get, people using Dogecoin to buy things. At this point, I think it probably would be, you're not going to get as much buying right now at 8 cents for Dogecoin as you're going to get when Dogecoin goes up. Because again, as I like to say, Dogecoin right now at 8 cents, right, has so much buying power. You buy Doge at 8 cents, and then Doge goes up to 40 cents, right? You've got 5 times the buying power. So something that costs $50 when Dogecoin is at 40 cents a coin, but you bought that Doge at 8 cents, that means that $50 item really only cost you $10. That's the power of Dogecoin. That's why accumulating here is good, because all that Dogecoin you buy at a lower price is going to get you a lot of buying power in the future. Dogecoin is not going to be like a Bitcoin, the store of value. I mean, a lot of people are just buying Dogecoin because they want to make money. Yes, they think Doge is going to go up, they're going to sell, and they're going to make a lot of money. A lot of people like that. But there's also a lot of people who think like me. Well, I'm going to do some. I'm going to skim some profits. but I'm going to keep a lot of my Dogecoin. I'm going to use it because of that buying power thing. That's a strong argument for Doge right now, is how much that buying power is going to be for Doge that you bought last year, accumulating, or even buy today when the price of Doge goes up. So something to think about. Bitcoin. Bitcoin could reach $700,000, according to Adam Back. Why would he say Bitcoin is going to go to $700,000 a Bitcoin? That's because Bitcoin right now, total assets, top assets by market cap, Bitcoin is number 10 because it just passed $1 trillion in market cap. Bitcoin, $1 trillion. As we go to coin market cap, we come up to the top, and there is Bitcoin, $1.018 trillion market cap, which on this list puts Bitcoin number 10, worth more than Berkshire Hathaway, Eli Lilly, Tesla, Visa. Bitcoin is worth more than Visa, almost double. That's how much people believe in Bitcoin. Ethereum is down here at number 31, 330 billion for crypto. But there's Bitcoin. Bitcoin's price at 51.6, so yeah, 1 trillion. However, what's at the top of the list? It's gold, $13 trillion. If Bitcoin comes up to the level of gold, it'll be worth $700,000 a Bitcoin. That's where the math comes. That's why that 700,000 is a number. That's crazy. Digital gold. Who knows what's going to happen? Who knows what's going to happen with Bitcoin? Who knows what's going to happen with all of this cryptocurrency? We don't know. We're still early. We're still early. Some people think I already missed out. I don't think so. I don't think so. We're still early. And why are people shorting Bitcoin? Do you know in the last 24 hours, another $85 million has been wiped, liquidated because of these traders shorting Bitcoin? The Bitcoin price keeps going up. Here again, it's unbelievable. The Bitcoin price keeps going up. And you get these traders saying, oh, it's at 46K, I'm going to short it. It's going to go back down. Oh, it's at 48K, I'm going to short it. It's going to go back down. Oh, it's at 50K, I'm going to short it. It's going to go back down. And they're just getting liquidated day after day after day. The only day they didn't was yesterday. But Monday, huge liquidations. And today, huge liquidations of all of these people shorting Bitcoin. They're guessing that the price of Bitcoin is going to go down because it has in the past. But this is different. This is totally different what's happening now. We are in this bull market. What are you shorting for? What are you shorting for? Unbelievable. Ethereum, $30 million. Unbelievable. And then you've got some like Zeta, which are actually down on the long because Zeta already ran on Monday and now it's taking its breather today. And people are using leveraged long trading on Zeta, thinking it's going to keep going up along with Bitcoin, but it's turning the other way. We are early. Why would you sell the currency of the world? Exactly. Well, I mean, if Dogecoin's at $1 and you bought it at 8 cents, you might want to take a little bit of profit just to enjoy a few things. I did not take profit in 2021. I bought Dogecoin at 2 cents. It went up to 74 cents and it came all the way back down and I didn't sell any. I've bought more Dogecoin since then. My average went up, but I bought more Dogecoin. So now I've got a lot of Dogecoin and I'm going to skim some for some profits this time. But Dogecoin is just part of my overall portfolio. I've got a ton of other cryptos that I'm going to be selling most of because I'm investing in those just to make money, to profit. To be honest with you, like the SHIB I have, when SHIB finally goes on its run, I'm selling. Will I hit the top? No. Won't know exactly what the top is. When I think I have a decent enough amount of profit on it, I'm selling it. But Doge, no, I'm always having Doge. Yeah, those shorters, they swear they're experts. Yeah, they don't talk about when they get liquidated. Like even George on Cryptos R Us. He shows his profits, but he doesn't show his losses. Every once in a while in one of his live streams on a red day, he'll just sort of make it off the collar or like off the cuff comment like, yeah, I got wiped out on that, or I got liquidated on that. And that's all he'll say. He at least acknowledges it, but that's only usually when somebody asks him in the chat. Otherwise, he won't say it. But he always shows his longs, especially when they hit. He usually doesn't short. He just gets liquidated on a red day because he's doing long leverage trading. He said he did something yesterday, a 35x leveraged long on Bitcoin. He said it wasn't a lot of money, but still, it's like, gotta be careful with that. You can be careful with that. Yeah, Shopify integration. They're working on it. More adoption, more validity to Doge leads to even more adoption. Momentum can be fast. X can put Doge in hands without having to buy it directly. 500 million users on X. If Doge is integrated into X, that's how many people will have direct exposure to Dogecoin. That'd be huge. Well, it's been a good day today of trading. We will see tonight into tomorrow whether Doge can stay up at this level. Again, Bitcoin is trading sideways up here. Still at 51.8. It's just about to cross over 52. It might even be doing that during George's live stream tonight if you're watching him. Calls it the George effect, right? It's like, that could happen. Doge, there could be some profit taking. We'll see if it dips down a little bit. But going forward, we're just getting started, as I'm saying. So I hope you all are well. Thanks for stopping in. Hit the like, subscribe if you haven't already. Got a video tomorrow. I'll be live again Friday at 5 o'clock. That'll be my next live stream. Unless Dogecoin does something really crazy and is like spiking, then I'll be on. I'll definitely be on if it's doing something like that. But today's a good day. Just getting started. So hope you all are well. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.